Now, there are many decrees for the violet flame. What is it that we give individuals?
Oh, very simple one, just 2 lines. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires.
Now, what does that mean?
Well, when you're saying I am, you're invoking the presence of God because that is the name of God. I am.
So, and that is the capital I and
capital A, capital M.
Right.
Yes, so you should be careful how you use that phrase, I am.
And you're
Make
not
sure it's
talking about
always,
yourself.
whenever you say I am, you're always invoking the presence of God or God within you. So make sure it's always something positive that you're saying, in my opinion. What was your question?
Because they're invoking the presence of God when they say I am. They're not talking about themselves.
Right, you're not talking about yourself when you say I am.
When they say I am a being of violet fire, they're probably thinking that they're talking about themselves. And they're not. What they're saying is the presence of God within me is a being of violet fire. That I am the purity God desires. Same thing, right? So that's you now, the small you. So there are 2 of them, you know. You have the capital I, A-M, and the capital I, but small a-m. So that's you're referring to at that point.
For the I am, the purity God desires.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right? Because God isn't desiring the purity of himself, so that's not the big I am. God is already pure. Right? So that's the purity that he desires of you, the individual. And that's it, right? I'm a being of violet fire. I'm the purity God desires. That's it.
That's
Just
it.
keep
That's
saying
the decree. Just say it in multiples of 3, and continue saying it until you feel better. And if you want to say it all day long, go for it. It helps.
Actually, the more you say it, the quicker things get cleaned on your behalf. So the more often you say it, and also it's like the Buddhist chanting, right? They start out slowly, then they pick up momentum. You could do the same thing. You start out slowly. You hear like I am a being of violet fire. I'm the purity God desires. They go fast. I am a being of violet fire. I'm the purity God desires. And the faster you go, you also build in momentum. The frequency picks up, which means it's cleaning even more effectively on your behalf as well. So imagine yourself just like the Buddhists. You start out, if you don't believe in Buddhism, then don't imagine Buddhists, right? Just, if you're Catholic, imagine like the rosary. You're saying the rosary.
You start, it's slow.
Exactly.
It's very moderate pace.
And then just know you're saying the multiples of 3, while the rosary you could say, I don't know how many times. Or when I used to go to, what do you call that one? Where you say all your sins and then they tell you go say 10
Oh, confession.
Confession, right? It's like, 10 Hail Marys. It's not multiples of 3, it's just 2. Mine used to be in the 30s every time, so. Anyway, let's move on. So you say that in multiples of 3s until you start to feel the difference. All right, once you're calm or once... Oh, by the way, you could also use it for if you have some kind of a pain or discomfort. Well, we've had individuals that have had to deal with headaches, something like that. They imagine over that area that's in pain. So if your finger is hurting or your ankle is hurting, just imagine violet flame around your ankles while you're saying the violet flame decree. And it should help. After a while, just keep saying it until you feel the discomfort disappearing.